Hello, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Lilith Alwyn. On this channel, I stream games semi-regularly. It used to be more regularly, but hasn't been as much lately. I just haven't been super into streaming my games. I've been playing cooperatively with friends and loved ones more often than playing alone. But I thought with the release of Inzoi, a highly anticipated game that I've really been looking forward to, what better time to stream than now? So I have already played a little bit of this game. I had the creator demo and I played a little bit of that and it was great. And I have come back into the game, into the actual game and not the demo, and poked around in the create a Zoi mode, and I'm really pleased with their personality customization so far, as well as just the realism of the graphics on characters. I'm excited to see where customization goes from here. But I haven't had a chance to play live mode at all in this game, so I have no idea what that looks like. I haven't watched any gameplay of it beyond trailers of Zois running around, so I don't really know what to expect there. And I also haven't spent too much time building. I poked around a little in the build studio demo. Mostly I just furnished a room and added a couple walls and a door, so I haven't really done much there. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into the game. So as I said before, I was poking around in here already, so I do have a preset from when I used the demo, and I'm just going to start with this and kind of go back in and fine-tune things. I'm going to fine-tune some things, change some outfits. After I made this Zoi and came into the actual game and not the demo, I realized you can turn the Zois and modify their proportions, so I'm going to be doing some of that. I'm also going to take the hair off of my Zoi for now because I just like to have a more full view of the face. And there isn't a way to just X the hair off, so your best bet is to just select the bald hairstyle. I'm also going to take the makeup off of my Zoi for now because I was getting kind of overwhelmed with the makeup and just wasn't really sure what I was doing. I hadn't figured out that there was ways to customize the studio or anything like that. I wasn't sure how to work with the lighting in the game, and I was just feeling a little overwhelmed. So I've since figured out a little bit more of how it works. In this bottom left-hand corner, you can click on Studio, and then you can pick one of two other backgrounds. So I really like this one. I also like this one. And when you select a background, you can actually change the color of it. So if you want a more ocean-y type vibe, maybe a stormy ocean, you can do that. This one I think you can also change the color of if you want just a very neutral, flat colored background, but it does create some weird shadows depending on what color you make it, so just be mindful of that. I think I'm just gonna go with this background for now, and then I'm gonna add a little extra backlighting so I can see my Zoi a little bit better. And then I don't know if there's any other. So that's okay, so it's almost like you're moving the position of the sun. So I think, yeah, I think I want as much, wow. Yeah, that's fascinating. I think I want as much lighting as on my Zoi as possible. There's also different expressions you can add. I'm a little, oh, there we go. So you can pose your Zoi I like more of the relaxed pose, so that's what I'm gonna go with for now. So the next probably 20 minutes of this stream / video, because I am going to upload this to YouTube, are going to be me reading through the traits and desired life options in their entirety. So if you don't want to hear me read through things because you're not a fan of my voice, or you've just already read them, or whatever other reason you have, that's totally fine. Come back to the stream in like 20 minutes to see where I'm at, or fast forward through the video. But for those of you who don't have any exposure to the game yet and would really like to see as much of what it entails as possible, stick around and I can show you. So I'm going to name my character Lilith Alwyn, because that's me. We are going to select young adult for the age group of my character, and gender female is what I'm comfortable selecting for an identity. There are some different gender identity options. There's male, female, non-binary. You can choose whether or not they're romantically interested in other people, and then you can select who they are interested in gender-wise. Alright, apologies, my dogs love to bark at anything and everything. So, alright, let's look at the traits. So when I looked at this earlier, I discovered that there are kind of like a primary branch for the trait, which is like a category the traits fall under, and then there are the two actual traits under the branches. And so this says traits are aspects of a Zoi's personality that are innate and unchanging. They may influence what emotions and needs arise from different actions. So for anyone watching the stream who has played Sims before, you're probably really familiar with traits and kind of how they look and influence the gameplay of The Sims. They look a little bit different in this game in that you only select one, and it kind of the best way I can describe the traits in this game, just from the Zoi creator mode, I haven't used them in game, they seem to be more like full-on personalities rather than one trait. So if you pick the perfectionist trait, that's actually more like you have a perfectionist personality and there are certain characteristics that belong to that trait, and kind of like a general description of how you can expect a Zoi with that personality trait to behave. So we'll start right at the top and we'll go clockwise all the way around and read all of these, and then I will select the one I want, and I think I will probably end up going with the leader one because after reading through all of them, that's the one that felt like it fit me the most. But yeah, let's get into reading these. And if I suddenly stop reading, please bear with me. That just means I'm either taking a drink or my dogs are barking. And I will try not to catch me drinking water on the mic, because I know that's probably pretty annoying for some people. So, this first branch of the trait globe is the calm and tranquil branch. One thing I also really like about these branches and traits is they have these little cards that really remind me of like cards from a tarot deck. It's just a cool little detail. I'm really interested. I wonder if we'll ever find out how they chose to come up with these traits. I don't know if they hired like psychologists or like people who specialize in personality, like personality tests or something like that, because these are actually pretty comprehensive and really fun to read through. So, I know I said without further ado, but without further ado for real this time, under the calm and tranquil branch, we have mediator. Keywords for the mediator trait are easygoing, affable, indecisive, composed, stubborn, and confident. Values for the mediator are rule-abiding, traditionalist, authority, and love. Description of the mediator trait. Prioritizing peace and harmony above all, they strive to maintain smooth relationships with those around them and actively seek compromises in conflict situations. With a personality that combines strength and gentleness, they provide comfort to others and achieve excellent results in mediation and negotiation. However, when they feel it is necessary, they can show a stubborn and defensive attitude. Additionally, their relaxed and laid-back nature can lead to procrastination and a lack of focus on goals. Characteristics. Prioritizes relaxation and tranquility, showing a tendency to be lazy. Frequently feels tranquil. Excited feeling lasts for a shorter time. Energy gauge decreases quickly, and build relationships with anyone easily. The other trait under calm and tranquil is a dreamer, with this cool little dream catcher card. The keywords for dreamers are easygoing, affable, indecisive, composed, passive, and principled. Values of dreamers include coexistence, safety, rule-abiding, and traditionalist. The description for a dreamer is this. The dreamer prefers maintaining peace and avoiding conflicts, hoping their current comfortable state will persist. They detest disruptions to harmony and order, and carefully pursue perfection to safeguard their peaceful realm. However, their passive attitude often hampers practical action. They are naturally kind and inclined to assist others, which makes them excellent counselors. Despite this, their clear sense of purpose and lofty ideals can sometimes lead them to feel superior to others. Characteristics. Prioritizes inner peace and displays a philosophical nature. Frequently feels lethargic. Tranquil feeling lasts for a longer time, and sleep gauge decreases quickly. One thing I really liked about the description for the dreamer is that it included a potential job that they would be good at. Right here, it says, which makes them excellent counselors. So I like that when they were writing these, at least some of them, they were thinking about, like, how would this fit into gameplay? So I think it's really cool that they've thought more holistically about, like, a personality trait or a personality of a Zoi. So the next branch is the meticulous and thorough branch. This specific trait is the perfectionist trait. Keywords for the perfectionist trait are rational, responsible, methodical, principled, ethical, and composed. Values of a perfectionist include coexistence, rule-abiding, accomplishment, traditionalist. Description. Setting high standards for themselves and others, the perfectionist always strives to handle everything flawlessly. Making rational decisions with a fair attitude, their sense of responsibility and justice is strong. Meticulously planning every task, they remain disciplined in pursuit of their goals. They rarely show emotions, so their pursuit of a more perfect and lasting ideal may make them appear aloof. Characteristics. Prioritizes orderliness and a regular routine. Frequently feels nervous. Surprised feeling lasts for a shorter time, and hygiene gauge decreases quickly. I'm not really sure about that last bullet point. I'm not sure why someone who's a perfectionist would get smelly faster. Maybe because they hyperfixate on getting something done perfectly, but I don't know. I don't ever think of perfectionists as dirty people. The card for the perfectionist is a scale, which is kind of interesting because it implies balance, but I don't think folks who are perfectionists are often the most balanced people. I think they experience pretty high levels of stress. So that was an interesting choice in the card for that. The second trait under meticulous and thorough is social activist. Of course, the card has this microphone type, megaphone I think is what they're called. Of course that makes sense for an activist. Keywords for social activists are rational, responsible, methodical, principled, just, and big-hearted. Values of a social activist include coexistence, challenger, authority, and love. Description: driven by the high standards they set for themselves, they feel a responsibility to create an ideal world. Under the goal of transforming and improving society, they strictly adhere to rules and demonstrate sincere behavior to set an example for others. Deeply interested in social issues, they do not easily succumb when faced with challenges. While genuinely wanting to support others, sometimes this desire stems from an underlying intention to create change. Characteristics: cannot tolerate injustice and strives for a righteous life. Frequently feels concentrated, uncomfortable feeling lasts for a longer time, and likes discussing business. The next tree branch, or the next circle branch, is kind and generous, and the first trait is volunteer. Keywords for volunteer include kind, big-hearted, sociable, altruistic, self-sacrificing, and responsible. The card for this one is hands. It looks like embracing, like a 4-leaf clover. I don't know if that's like an ode to, like, if you volunteer and help other people, then like good luck will come your way, but that the hands like reaching out makes sense. Values of the volunteer include coexistence, rule-abiding, traditionalist, and love. Description: the volunteer values relationships and readily takes risks to assist others. With sharp intuition, they accurately perceive others' emotions, which earns them a reputation for deep consideration and kindness. However, their dedication to helping others can sometimes lead them to neglect their own health and well-being. While they aim to exert a positive influence through exemplary and benevolent actions, they generally prefer to fulfill these roles quietly and out of the public eye. Characteristics: frequently engages in helping others, frequently feels sentimental, confidence feeling lasts for a shorter time, recognition gauge decreases slowly, and enjoys conversation. The charmer trait keywords are kind, big-hearted, sociable, possessive, light-hearted, and ambitious. Values of a charmer include challenger, accomplishment, authority, and love. Description: with a cheerful and friendly personality, they easily make friends. Affectionate and open in expressing love, they can also appear seductive. Sometimes they utilize their excellent communication skills to manipulate others for recognition of their talents and social status. Driven by a deep desire to be loved by all, they may exhibit anxiety and possessiveness, fearing the loss of affection. Characteristics include has a tendency to be fixated on relationships, frequently feels a flutter, sad feeling lasts for a longer time, builds romantic relationships easily, likes discussing romantic topics. The next branch is competent and ambitious, with the first trait being socialite. Keywords for socialite are efficient, ambitious, driven, competent, competitive, and sociable. Values of a socialite include accomplishment, pleasure, authority, and love. The description for the socialite is this: the socialite pursues success and highly values social recognition. With outstanding social skills, they are adept at making a lasting impression on others, which serves as a key factor in making them the center of attention and leading them to success. They take pride in captivating those around them using their charm, but are also highly conscious of others' perceptions, often comparing themselves to others or competing to maintain their status. Characteristics are emphasizes self-care and is conscious of their public image, frequently feels excited, lethargic feeling lasts for a longer time, enjoys conversation, and builds relationships with anyone easily. The go-getter trait keywords include efficient, ambitious, driven, competent, workaholic, and introverted. Values: accomplishment, autonomy, traditionalist, and authority. Description: ambitious and goal-oriented, the go-getter strives for excellence in all aspects. Efficiency is always prioritized, and an array of methods are used to achieve their goals. Since they find personal value in working and invest much energy in the process, their focus on career success over personal life and relationships can sometimes lead to neglecting others' feelings and appearing self-centered. Characteristics: values achievement in professional activities, frequently feels confident, nervous feeling lasts for a longer time, recognition gauge decreases quickly, avoids conversation, and builds business relationships easily. So you'll notice in the characteristics for quite a few of these traits, it describes the types of relationships they are good at or not good at building. And when I read through these the first time, I think I noticed at least 4 different types of relationships. I think it was business, romantic, family, and friend relationships. So I'm interested to see how that is demonstrated or displayed in game. The next branch is unique and creative, with the first trait being visionary. Keywords for visionary are introverted, innovative, sensitive, creative, romantic, and competent. Values include coexistence, accomplishment, autonomy, and love. Description: possesses exceptional artistic talent and desires to showcase their abilities through unique creativity. Based on their rich sensitivity, they express their emotions well, but can occasionally be overwhelmed by these feelings, leading to emotional volatility. Their energy and attention are directed inward. With high self-awareness, they are conscious of others' perceptions and spend considerable time curating their image. They pride themselves on being special and reject mediocrity. Characteristics: enjoys artistic and creative activities, frequently feels sad, sentimental feeling lasts for a longer time, and avoids conversation. Individualist. Keywords: introverted, innovative, sensitive, creative, mystical, and curious. Values: challenger, accomplishment, autonomy, and pleasure. Description: highly independent and largely unaffected by social conventions or the views of others, the individualist concentrates on personal thoughts, immersing in inner reflection and emotional exploration. With a deep interest in areas like art or social sciences, creativity is often fueled by exotic and mysterious sources. A lack of interest in communicating with those who do not understand can sometimes give the appearance of a reclusive loner. Characteristics: enjoys spending time alone, frequently feels uncomfortable, curious feeling lasts for a longer time, social gauge decreases slowly and dislikes conversation, struggles to form connections with people. We have 4 more branches to go, so we're over halfway there. This next branch is the wise and logical branch, with scholar being the first trait. Keywords for scholar are smart, analytical, curious, critical, pragmatic, and faithful. Values for a scholar include coexistence, safety, challenger, and rule-abiding. The description for scholar is this: pursuing exceptional knowledge and skills in their field, the scholar has a keen interest in theory, scientific technology, and the smallest of details. They have a strong desire to assist others and utilize the knowledge they acquire. Although more interested in objects than people, they know how to collaborate and seek recognition for their capabilities within their community. Characteristics: loves gaining knowledge through activities like reading, frequently feels concentrated, amused feelings last for a shorter time, and sleep gauge decreases slowly. The explorer trait keywords are smart, analytical, curious, critical, creative, and introverted. Values include coexistence, safety, challenger, and autonomy. The description for the explorer is this: curious about everything in the world, the explorer quickly grasps various theories and concepts based on outstanding insight, always craving new knowledge and continuing to learn. This passion drives deep research into their areas of interest, generating new ideas. While enjoying solitude and lacking sociability, they show interest in professional topics and in-depth discussions. Attracted to the surreal and the fantastic, they need to be cautious not to get too lost in their own world of imagination. Characteristics: keen on figuring out how things work, frequently feels curious, a flutter feeling lasts for a shorter time, avoids conversation, and struggles to form connections with people. The next branch is diligent and prudent, with the first trait being collaborator. Keywords for collaborator are safety-oriented, diligent, faithful, prudent, dependent, extroverted. Values include coexistence, safety, pleasure, and love. Description for the collaborator is trusted and relied upon by those around them. The collaborator serves as a dedicated partner and friend. They maintain calm in problematic situations and excel at finding optimal solutions, gaining recognition for their capabilities. Enjoying interactions with people, they place high importance on relationships. However, when making crucial decisions, they tend to show dependency, often seeking approval and advice from others. They find stability in specific organizations or groups and prefer working with trusted colleagues or teams rather than acting alone. Characteristics: places importance on activities that create a sense of belonging, struggles to make decisions independently, frequently feels tranquil, worried feeling lasts for a longer time, builds friendships and family relationships easily, and enjoys talking about friendship. The next branch is the jovial and cheerful branch, with the first trait being adventurer. Keywords for adventurer are free-spirited, cheerful, extroverted, passionate, confident, and dominant. Values for the adventurer include challenger, accomplishment, pleasure, and authority. Description: possessing a strong drive and energy to quickly accomplish tasks with an overflowing passion, adventurers have a resolute will to achieve their desires. These individuals actively enjoy the life they want while remaining committed to their goals. They show more interest in participating in various activities than in forming relationships with others. Their materialistic and goal-oriented attitude can appear self-centered. Characteristics: has a keen interest in new settings and challenges, frequently feels excited, bored feeling lasts for a longer time, energy gauge decreases slowly, and enjoys conversation. Entertainer keywords are free-spirited, cheerful, extroverted, positive, scatterbrained, and faithful. Values for the entertainer include safety, challenger, autonomy, and pleasure. The description for entertainer reads, an optimistic and energetic Zoi with an extroverted personality. They cannot stand boredom and are always open to new experiences. With a great sense of humor and wit, they consistently create a bright and lively atmosphere around them. They are skilled in forming social relationships and collaborating, making them able to mingle well with others through a strong sense of teamwork. However, they struggle to focus on one task for long periods and can appear distracted. Characteristics include always on the move, looking for thrilling experiences, frequently feels amused, concentrated feelings last for a shorter time, social gauge decreases quickly, and enjoys conversation. And our final branch on the tree is the honest and bold branch. The first trait is authoritarian. Keywords for authoritarian are confident, daring, dominant, impulsive, aggressive, and extroverted. Values include accomplishment, autonomy, pleasure, and authority. The description for the authoritarian trait is this: values power and dominance, tending to control and govern others. They strongly assert their opinions and dislike being disrespected or criticized. They possess a strong and irresistible charisma that comes from their confidence, which allows them to exhibit leadership in most situations. They commit fully to fighting for what they believe is right, prioritizing the clear communication of their beliefs and thoughts over avoiding conflicts with others. Characteristics: desires to become stronger and tends to get angry when things don't go their way, frequently feels annoyed, sentimental feelings last for a shorter time, enjoys conversation, likes discussing business, and finds it hard to build relationships outside of business. And our last trait, which is the one I will be selecting for my Zoi, is the leader trait. Keywords for the leader trait are confident, daring, dominant, independent, composed, and easygoing. Values include safety, rule-abiding, autonomy, and authority. The description for the leader is this. The leader possesses both strength and confidence, along with stability and composure. While they listen to others' opinions, they also strongly and decisively advocate and defend their own views. They exhibit leadership by protecting those around them, and generally maintain a kind and accommodating demeanor. However, they quietly evaluate others and have a strategic and careful approach. Additionally, when anger surges, they tend to explode suddenly and with intensity. Characteristics: enjoys opportunities to exercise leadership, frequently feels confident, annoyed feeling lasts for a longer time, likes discussing business, and builds family relationships easily. So that's the one I'm going to select for myself. It is about as accurate as you can get, I think, in all of these for me. I'm pretty happy with it. You can tell they put a lot of time, attention, and thought into making these traits. And now we'll move on to the desired lives. As I'm looking at my Zoi, I'm thinking I might actually go through and show you all of the Zoi presets just so you can kind of see what they are. And then I might even decide to start my Zoi from scratch, because this was like my first attempt at a Zoi. And I think now that I've poked around, I could do a little better. And yes, the face is meant to not be symmetrical. One of my eyes is more hooded than the other. But I think I can do better. So we might start this over once we're done going through the desired life options. So I think when I looked at this earlier, there were 16 desired lives. You can see all of them here. I think this is so cool. The only one they haven't fully translated is the life of self-discovery, or maybe they just haven't finished developing this one, because I think they haven't finished developing it, because when they haven't translated things, the original characters are still on the screen, so I think they just haven't added the remainder of what goes here. But like on these other ones, you can see the traits it aligns with, the values it aligns with, the ambitions, skills, and preferences it aligns with. So as I read these desired lives, I'm not going to read all the stuff underneath, because we don't really have much context to understand what these things are yet, but I will scroll through them so you can at least quickly see them after I read them. So I already know which life I'm going to pick for myself, but we'll go through all of them so you can get an idea of what is in the game, especially if you're still on the fence about buying it for yourself, and maybe you can start planning your little Zoi story. So the life of self-discovery seeks to become the true creator of their own life, sets personal goals and moves forward with freedom, embraces unexpected discoveries and strives to craft a unique and original story. Life of abundance seeks to pursue a life of economic stability and comfort, aims to enjoy various experiences and opportunities that come from material abundance and financial stability, aspires to share the fruits of their wealth with family and friends. Life of tranquility seeks to achieve peace of mind by breaking free from all stress and conflict, aims to maintain inner peace and mental well-being by leading a stable and harmonious life, aspires to share peace and happiness with those around them. Life of freedom seeks to live without external constraints or restrictions, values personal freedom and autonomy, aiming to carve their own path without being bound by social norms or others' expectations, aspires to find true happiness and satisfaction through a life of freedom. Life of adventure seeks to take on new tasks and goals fearlessly, overcoming their limits in the process, aims to grow by continuously testing themselves, never giving up even in difficult situations, aspires to tap into their potential, using the experience gained from these challenges, exploring the diverse possibilities life has to offer. Life of wisdom. Seeks to accumulate wisdom through experience and learning, making wise choices based on this foundation. Aims to solve life's challenges with deep thought and insight, sharing wisdom with others. Aspires to guide life in the right direction and create a better future through wisdom. Life of creativity. Seeks to break the mold through innovation and creativity. Aims to bring positive change through unique ideas by being creative with art, science, and technology. Aspires to feel the joy of self-expression by living a creative life, doing their utmost to make positive contributions to the world at large. Life of contribution. Seeks to make a positive impact on others and contribute to society. Aims to make life more meaningful through service and sharing, helping those around and the wider community. Aspires to share happiness with more people and transform the world into a better place through a life of contribution. Life of simplicity. Seeks to pursue a minimalistic life by reducing unnecessary consumption and keeping waste to a minimum. Aims to fulfill only their basic needs, opting for efficiency and frugality over material wealth or opulence. Aspires to find satisfaction in the small things while maintaining peace of mind. Life of harmony. Seeks to coexist with nature in harmony, finding peace and balance within it. Aims to be a friend to flora and fauna alike, appreciating nature's gifts and seeking tranquility of both body and mind. Aspires to maintain a serene atmosphere for themselves and those around them by engaging in a sustainable lifestyle, protecting the environment, and communing with nature's sights and sounds. Life of romance. Seeks to engage in many relationships with various Zois and aims to stay true to their desires. Aspires to devote themselves to their current partner despite their seemingly frivolous approach to relationships with other Zois. Life of familial devotion. Seeks to start a large and loving family. Aims to devote themselves towards a happy family life. Aspires to make their household bigger, their sense of accomplishment growing with each new member of the house. Life of excitement. Seeks the thrills brought by risky situations or unpredictable moments. Aims to savor the excitement and tension that come with the new challenges of danger. Aspires to feel alive by chasing adventure and adrenaline rushes. Life of respectability. Seeks to uphold and realize their beliefs. Aims to abide by self-determined principles, devoting their will and skills to proving their merit. Aspires to make achievements that will bring them pride and renown for years to come. Life of stability. Seeks to follow fixed norms and social conventions, preferring not to rock the boat. Aims to choose the path most taken, opting for stability over personal creativity or individuality. Aspires to keep things at a quotidian pace, placing great emphasis on predictability and consistency. And then the final one, which is the one I'm going to choose for myself, is the life of advancement. Seeks continuous growth and self-improvement by focusing on personal development and learning new skills. Strives to become a better version of themselves, finding fulfillment in productive pursuits. Aspires to enrich their life by embracing lifelong learning. And like I said, that's the one I'm going to select for myself. And then we'll actually get to creating this Zoi while looking at the pre-created ones and going from there. I'm very happy with how they've made these desired lives. I think the comparison you would make these with for The Sims would be the aspirations. The thing I like about these compared to the aspirations in The Sims is, while these are focused, they're not so focused that like you have to like grind nonstop to like kind of fall in that area of what you selected. Whereas like The Sims, you have to be very focused on one specific type of thing you need to be doing to meet that aspiration. So I like that this is like, while it's in a focused category, it's not like one specific thing you need to do to advance the game. So we got all this stuff. And then I'm not messing with any of that. So let's look at some of these Zoi presets. There are several of them, as you can see. And we'll just look at them and kind of see what they're about. I do wish that it didn't have this pop-up menu. when you select the first one, it's not so bad, I guess, because it's trying to keep you from losing your progress on your current Zoi. But it feels a little bit, I don't know. I'm glad it's not for every single one you click on. Like, if I don't make any edits to this one, I'm able to click onto the next one with no problem. Do they make other outfits for each of these presets? Oh, they do. That's really cute and well thought out. Okay, that's good to know. So, one complaint I've seen from some people on the game is that you can't get eyes on your Zoi that don't look like at least a little bit Asian. I don't think that's true. I mean, the eyes I had on the Zoi I created for myself they don't look Asian to me. They look kind of like how my eyes look. And I think some of these presets also, they don't necessarily look Asian, but it would make sense if they did, because this game did come from an Asian country, so of course the like focus on customization is going to be people that look like the people the creators are familiar with. But the detail in this game is so good. Like, look, there's a vein on her face. That's insane. Yes, it looks great so far. I wonder what her outfits look like. I keep seeing tattoos on some of these random presets and I don't know where they are. Like, I don't know if I've missed them or if you have to use the preset to get the tattoos, but I've seen the tattoo. I've seen like a neck tattoo on one of the male presets as well. The hair detail is amazing. It's just so fun to look at like the different ways they've sculpted these faces. This face shape is pretty similar to mine. Oh, this one's really similar to mine actually. Oh, it's so cool. I might have to use this one as a base. We'll see. We'll keep going. Look at that jawline. I wish they had specific facial feature presets, because like these are kind of like my lips, but then this one's like my head shape, and that's kind of like what my nose looks like. The detail is just unreal. Oh, it's so good. There's a lot of variety in the way, like, because there's not that many clothes or hairstyles in the game yet, but all of these Zois look different from each other, which is so cool to see. This one looks like Billie Eilish a little bit. That looks a lot like Billie Eilish. See, there's that neck tattoo. I must have missed something. I gotta dig around more and see if I can find it, because I don't know where it is. This looks like kind of like Billie Eilish too. Those cheekbones, I love that contour. It looks so good. I also like how like baggy clothes in this game fit baggy in a realistic way. Like it looks like how people would really style the clothes. That looks like Rihanna. Cute. We'll start here and figure it out. Let's go back to this. Can't adjust height, I don't think. I don't know if they will change that at any point or not. And the lighting is weird again. So you have to move the lighting depending on where you are. You cannot change muscle or body weight after you make your Zoi. That's about as close as we can get here. Back to the face. Earlier when I was messing around with this, the detail edit dots would disappear. Or like they'd appear and then I'd try to use them and they'd disappear, so that was kind of annoying. We've got to adjust the lighting again. It's nice that you can like just adjust that as you go though. twos are right here. we just hit complete. And then we'll add one more. My second attempt at creating my Zoi ended up being more accurate, I think. So this next Zoi is going to be my husband. We're gonna look at the Zoi presets quick. There was one that's kind of close. Yep, this one. So get rid of all this stuff. Get rid of the hair. This one's gonna be harder for me to get, but I'll do my best. Trait. I'm gonna look at a couple of these and decide. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy that I was able to share the creation of my first Inzoi couple with you. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm always taking suggestions for new gameplay videos. I hope you have a wonderful whatever, wherever you are, and I will see you when I see you. Bye!